Hello and welcome. Hi, my name is Dave, and today we're going to install XAMPP. XAMPP is a local development server. It's actually the most popular PHP development environment. It also installs a MySQL database environment with MariaDB. And before the tutorial is over, we're going to download a dataset and install it so you have data to work with and you will be ready to write PHP and work with a SQL development environment by the time this tutorial is finished. So let's get started. Okay, we're starting the process for a new install of XAMPP. I thought it was pronounced XAMPP, but I played the little introduction video they have and it is pronounced XAMPP. I did not know that. Go to apachefriends.org and from there you'll see the download area for Windows, Linux, and Mac. I'm on Windows, but you can do it for any operating system you have. Go ahead and download that and go through the install process of the exe on Windows, but whichever type of file you get, go through the install process and then we'll go to the next step. I'm dragging over my open folder on Windows. I want to emphasize one extra thing on Windows. You want to install in the C directory, not in C program files, but just in the C directory. So C:/XAMPP or XAMPP. And that is the folder you need. From there, you will scroll down after installing and you find the XAMPP-control.exe and you want to right click on that and you're going to choose Run as Administrator. And the control panel opens up. I'll bring that back over. I can minimize that folder now. And you see we've got Apache and MySQL. Apache is the web server and MySQL is the database. So those are the two we need. We want to go ahead and click Start on Apache and Start on MySQL. From there, we can click the Admin button for Apache, and it will launch a new web page, and it says Welcome to XAMPP for Windows 8.0.0. And it says XAMPP stands for Apache MariaDB, which is not MySQL, but it is very closely related. We'll look at that, and then PHP and Perl. So the first thing we'll do before we jump to looking at the comparison of MariaDB and MySQL is to click the PHP Info. We'll just verify. We have PHP version 8 up here in the top left, and we have other stats as well. But we verified that is up and running and working. And now we can click phpMyAdmin, and that will actually take us to the area where we can manage the database for MySQL or MariaDB. You can see I have imported several databases here. I'll walk you through one of those as well. But let's look at that comparison for MariaDB and MySQL first and the differences thereof. It says even though MariaDB is a fork of MySQL, meaning it's based on that, these two database management systems are still quite different, although I don't think you and I will notice as we work on our projects that they are that different at all. MariaDB supports a lot of different storage engines and might offer improved performance. Well, that is nice. The main thing to note is we won't notice a difference. We can use the same commands and we store data in the same way. And so for the purposes of our example projects, MariaDB and MySQL will work together. And likewise, I know you can run an instance of MariaDB on Heroku. So if we go to put a project on the web, for example, that will be an easy conversion. Okay, I've got the control panel back up and running, and we've confirmed that Apache with PHP is working, and we have confirmed as well that MySQL, even though we just went there in a different route, if we click Admin, we go back to the phpMyAdmin page. So we've confirmed that MySQL is also working. So now we need to download a database and import it. We're going to go to dev.mysql.com/doc/index-other.html. And here we can find some sample data sets to work with that we can import into MySQL. What we want to emphasize here is the world database, and we'll choose zip, download the world database. Okay, we're in the XAMPP folder on my C drive, and I have got the zip file, and when I extract it, it creates a world.sql folder, and inside that folder is the world.sql file. So what we want to do is go back to our XAMPP admin, and here we can choose shell. Let me pull over the shell that opens up, and now you can see where it's C:/XAMPP. So we need to get into that world.sql directory. So we'll go cd./world.sql. And now you can see we're inside that directory that we unzipped. Now that we're in that directory, we have access to that SQL file, and we can import it directly into our database server. So here we go. We'll start with MySQL, then -u, and put root. You should have a root user after your install. Then you can put -p for password, but the password is just empty, so we'll hit enter when it asks us for that. And after that, put a less than sign, and then we will indicate the world.sql file. We press that, and then it asks for a password, and we just press enter. And it doesn't really give us a complete sign, but now it's finished. So if we go back to the control panel and we click admin for MySQL, it pulls that up, and you can see in the left hand side already we have the world database now imported. We can click the plus symbol and see that it has a city table, a country table, and a country language. And if we click plus to expand city, we see columns. We expand that. You can see we have country code, district, ID, name, and population. Let's go to the SQL tab. Up here, it will select the world database. And now let's go to the SQL tab. And we'll run a quick query to make sure everything's like we expect. So let's do select all, which is the asterisk, from city, that's the table. We'll say where population is greater than 7 million. And then we'll say order by population descending. Now that we've typed out our query, we'll press go. And here's our results. Yes, we do have data in the table, and you can see that Mumbai and Bombay has definitely got the largest population, well over 7 million. It's over 10 million. And then we drop down to Seoul, Sao Paulo, Shanghai, and work our way down to Delhi is still above 7 million as well. So there's a good sized list there of huge populations. Okay, you've got a local development server up and running. You're ready to write PHP and work with a MySQL development environment. And I've got more videos coming up about these very things. So if you want to see those, make sure you click the subscribe button right over there in the corner. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.